Well, hey, good morning, good morning to all my beautiful souls. You may not be on here yet, but as you come on in, good morning, good morning, good morning. To all those who will watch the replay, comment replay, and I will respond to you. All right. So, welcome. This is Tony Talks, where I am here to encourage, inspire, and motivate you. I come on to motivate you to become a better you. That is the whole purpose of this show, to help motivate, encourage, and inspire you to become a better you. I see y'all popping on in, my beautiful souls. Welcome. Good morning, cousin, and good morning, Nicole. So we get started with deep breathing and Miss Jacqueline. Good morning. We get started with our deep breathing. We do 4 counts in, 4 counts out, 3 times. I feel like I'm rushing a little bit, so I'm gonna slow down and the deep breathing will help me because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Today is interview day. This is one of my favorite times. I get to interview somebody else. Good morning, clean up woman. I get to interview someone else and, hear their story. And so it's always encouraging and inspiring to hear how someone else got started. And hopefully, you all will be encouraged and inspired as well. So let's do our deep breathing and then we're going to get into it. All right. So let's go. Our first one. And out. And out. And our final deep breath in. And out. All righty. Y'all know it was coming, right? My little stretch. That's just what I do. Take a moment if you feel a little tight to stretch, okay? Before we get started, I was listening to the prayer line on this morning, and that lady was talking about faith, honey. She was on it. And so I come to say to you all, Hebrews 11. The whole chapter is a wonderful chapter to read, right? Because sometimes it's hard to walk by faith. But we live in a world where we must have faith. And without faith, what does it say? It's impossible to please God. And so I walked outside yesterday. Now, I planted some flowers April 13th, some sunflowers. I planted these flowers and I've been watching them every day. But know that when I planted them, I was in expectation. Let that be a word for you. Be in expectation of whatever you plant, that it's going to bring forth a harvest. I don't know why I'm going here this morning, but once I heard that lady talking about faith, it just kind of got on the inside of me because I've been planting some things and I haven't seen the harvest yet. But you know that YET don't mean that it ain't coming. Because, baby, on yesterday, when I walked outside, mm, 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 what did I see? I see 3 stalks coming on up. Let that be. Ooh. That just hit me, right? That coming up lets me know that God is working on our behalf, okay? Yeah, you posted that yesterday. Wow. Yes, we have to walk knowing. If God said it, it's going to be done. His word will not return to him void. And I ain't come on here to preach on today. I wasn't even supposed to be talking. I'm supposed to be interviewing on today. But that faith thing hit me because God has told all of us. He's planted some things in all of us, and he's told all of us there are things that we have to do. And if you step out by faith, You got to do it by faith. He didn't say do it on your own. He didn't say do it because this is something you want to do. He said do it by faith and trust me, you're going to see a harvest. So I'm just so excited to see these sunflowers come on up as they already have peeped through that soil. Mm, mm, mm. The root has already been taken, it has already been planted. So I'm excited to show y'all the fruit. The fruit is going to be that those sunflowers that come up, right? But now, guess what? I'm no longer walking in faith because I can see, no longer walking in faith of that. I'm seeing the benefits of the seed that has been planted. So, no, if you are planting seeds, there is a waiting period, typically. Now, God is the type of God who can take that thing and overnight it. That can be an and suddenly moment. That's what we standing on, this and suddenly, but sometimes it ain't like that, right? Sometimes we got to wait. And the waiting builds patience inside of us, which is good for us because that helps build our relationship with God. That helps us to continue to call on Him even when we don't see it. Anywho, I'm on to this interview. That's just something for you to grab a hold of on today and stand on that. If you haven't read it, Hebrews 11, the whole chapter, it said, by faith, Noah, by faith, Enoch, by faith. By faith, Tony planted some seeds. She planted some seeds, honey, and they coming up. And y'all will see it, okay? So what is your by faith? We all have it. What is your by faith? I am standing on this thing, knowing that the harvest is going to manifest. All right. Today we have Latonia Veal. She is an artist. I'm so excited to interview her because she creates some amazing, some astounding, some just pieces that you all have to see. Okay. She's a Chicago based artist. Let me get it right. Rewind. Chicago based mixed media artist, Latonia Veal. Let's welcome her. I'm so excited. And let's go.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning. Good
morning.
morning. Okay, let's see what's that. Let me go back. I'm sorry, I brought you on here real fast, but I want to read this. It says, all seeds and dreams have a gestation period, and through love, it's watered, and through faith and devotion, seen through. You're doing amazing, TT Tony. Oh, that's from my nephew. Oh, thank you, Tay. Love you, love you, love you.
He's so
Yes.
sweet. He's so sweet. That
All
is
right.
wonderful.
So we are going to get started. I just want you to give us some background on you. Don't go into the story of how you got. I want to know where you come from. Who are you, Latonia?
Well, good morning, everyone that's on this wonderful show this morning. I am Latonia, aka Tanya Veal. I am a new up and coming artist who I create all customized wall art, meaning abstract art, mostly. Um, that is it. The mixed media is a lot of things under that umbrella. I'll go into it a little deeper, but yeah, customers contact me on what they want. Well, actually, they give me the vision of the colors they want. They allow me to create the style or the one of a kind design, and I walk them all the way from beginning to end, and there you go.
Okay, okay. What other jobs did you perform prior to this, if any? Like, how did you get here, right? Like, to get to this space, I'm sure it just was not something that just said, did this, was this something that was built upon? or how did you get here? Because I've seen a little bit. I've watched you a little bit, so I've seen a little bit about your journey. But tell your audience, how did you get to this space?
Okay, so it just came from out of nowhere. My love of art. Well, I've always been a creative soul, so always were looming in my head and my fingers. So COVID, as many people started businesses during the beginning of the COVID period, just a lot of time to myself to reflect on life and just so I decided to do um, a girls' night. And we had like I said as an activity, I said let's do a sip and paint. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to do the normal paint where it's already a design and you just paint in the design. I said, let's do something with some crushed glass and glitter, something that'll be real funky and cute in your home, something that you'll be proud to put up. So I had my friends over. I did a piece. I posted it on Facebook, and I got a lot of people that were, the feedback was phenomenal. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
And people were asking me, cousins actually were asking me to create something similar for them. And I was like, okay, that's not a problem. And my son said, Mama, you better not be doing this for free. You could sell your painting for $25 at least if you put it up there. And he was like, you got to charge. If you're going to be doing this, you finna use your material, your time, you got to charge. And I'm like, no, I'm really not trying to go that way. But what's weird is I had prayed so hard. I went through a huge breakup. I was with a person for 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
The month of May 2020, we went our separate ways. Um, then something crazy happened with that. Like he literally got married 5 months later to somebody. So I was like heartbroken. I was busted, disgusted, just depressed, just like a lot. So I leaned into the art world as a hobby, and it became my saving grace. It did, and then as I created and I showed the piece on social media, I got more and more people that were trusting in me and um, my new craft, I would say. And then I started reading more about it. I started studying other people that have been doing it a long time, and it's been an amazing journey. It
Mm-hmm.
has.
Okay, so that's like 2 years that you've been doing it now.
Hmm.
Okay. Because I saw that, yeah, I was watching your page. You were doing paparazzi, right?
Yeah, and
And
I
so,
still have plenty of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it about this art that, just captivates you, that makes you want to continue to do this thing?
So I'm an introvert, so I spend a lot of time with myself. A
Mhm.
lot of time I always have ideas in my head. Like I'm that person who just kind of like I'll be all over the place. But the art allows me to kind of get all of my emotions out on the canvas, literally. When I
Mhm.
wake up in the morning and my mind wakes me up at about 6:30, I'm thinking about something new that I can create. It's stuff that just be coming to me. Um, I can look at a person's clothing and I can see something that I can put on canvas. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, it's just amazing. It has helped me tremendously. My sister passed away um in August.
Mhm.
And I literally if it hadn't been for art, for me to be able to get my expression out on canvas, I'd be a little bit of a basket case. There are a
Mhm.
lot of things that have transpired in the last year that have that hit me pretty hard, but you wouldn't be able to tell because I don't share a lot, but I come down here in my craft room. I have a whole room dedicated to art, and I just go full throttle into it, and I'm at a place of peace. Like how some people need music because music is therapeutic. Well, the art is therapeutic for me. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. First, sorry to hear about your sister's passing.
Thank you.
But I'm also glad that you have a place to express yourself, to put that piece. Have you made any special pieces dedicated to her?
I do have one that I started. I've been taking forever to finish it.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
And just to know that I am a licensed therapist. So, if you need some grief work, you can always contact me. Okay.
Okay.
Because I know you have the art, but sometimes we need to, in grief, we need to talk it through, and let it out in other ways as well. Okay. So I know we're not on here for that, but that's for anybody who may be
Right.
on here. If you are grieving, grief has its own healing work that needs to be done. Okay. So reach out to someone if you are in that space and just talk it through. You may not even need that many sessions. But back to the interview. Thank you for sharing that because I,
No
I
problem.
know
No
that
problem.
that was difficult for you. Okay. So what do you enjoy most about what you do? I know you talked a little bit about it being therapeutic. What do you enjoy most?
Well, I'm grateful for the space that I'm in with art. Like, because I'm self-taught, I didn't technically, there was no real training. I've reached out to mentors that have mentored me, personally and privately, on new forms of art, and I've been studying. Like, I'm grateful because it is something that I'm passionate about, that I
Yes.
choose to do. I'm
Yes.
Because a lot of people do things that they have to do. I do it
Mhm.
because I want to. It's not even about the business. It's self gratification that drives me to do it when I want to. I work the business pretty much how I want to,
Mhm.
because I enjoy it.
Okay. So, yeah, the passion.
Hmm.
Um, what do you tell other people? What would you say to someone else who, let's say, because you said it just came out of nowhere,
It
who
did. It
who
did.
something has dropped in them. Maybe they're afraid to step out on it, right? But it's a passion. They really enjoy it, but they're afraid to step. And you said you're an introvert. So to be introverted and have a business, that's
It-
big because you
It's
got to deal with
difficult.
other people, right?
But it's difficult too, though. Yeah, but I would say definitely, if there's something that you're interested in, I don't care what age you are, because I'm about to be 53 years old next month.
Come on now.
And I just started this business in 2020, just at 50. I decided to reinvent myself at 50 years old. A lot of people, and I'm grateful, so grateful for it, because I was just kind of floating. You know what I'm saying? Everybody still at 50, I was still trying to figure myself out after
Hmm.
that the demise of that relationship.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, okay, girl. And I'm not gonna say I was great at it. And of course, in the beginning, there were a lot of things that I had to learn over a period of time. The thing about me, if I decide something that I want to do, I kind of throw myself in it all the way. I'm not gonna half step it. I'm going all the way with it. Meaning, I bought a ton of paint, a ton of glitter, crushed glass. I got canvases around this whole room. Like, I went I went balls to the wall, as they say, into this business.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, because I believed in me. You know,
Ooh.
that's it in a nutshell. Like,
Hmm.
when I decided to make the commitment to go from a hobby to a business with the art, I'm like, yeah, you can't half step it. You got to go all the way with it.
Talk a little bit deeper about that believing in you because that I believe is the key piece, right? You have
Hmm.
to believe that when something has been given to you, that it's going to come to fruition.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and so for you, how much would you say? Well, I'm not trying to be in your business, but like when you say you went balls to the wall, right? Like what, how much was that investment wise? Like how much did you just say, hey, I believe in this thing so much that I'm going to put What figure? What figure? Can you put a figure on it?
Oh, I spend money when it comes to I'm because look, when I started the jewelry, when I started at paparazzi, I was in it like a crazy lady. I was taking out. I mean, my bills were getting paid, but I was sneaking a lot of money out of the household, putting it into buying the jewelry to have for my people. Like I was
Absolutely.
shopping like every day, making sure that I had the proper inventory for my customers. Like I couldn't help myself, and I had like over 5,000 pieces in my home, and that was
Mhm.
like in the first few months. I invested a lot into the business. I do realize when you have a business, you're gonna have to spend money to make money.
Oh,
So, um,
one more time.
ain't ain't
Rewind.
no you gotta spend money to make money. Ain't no shortcuts to that. Like you, of course, you gotta invest in the materials, the resources. You gotta study and research your business. You can't just say I want to do it and just think it's gonna automatically, flourish for you. You gotta and there's a lot of investing going into it. And I did spend with the art, I wanna say, that's a good question. Number wise. It was some thousands. I'll say that. It was some thousands. But
Mm-hmm.
I was sure, and I'm still sure that I'm gonna get it all back tenfold. Like because I like again, I believe in me and what I'm doing. Like it may not be for all, but trust me, it's gonna be for a good number of people. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. You dropping some nuggets, honey. You, because it's a lot of people who are going to watch this, and even people who are watching this that need to hear this. Investing in yourself. If
Hmm.
you have a business, you're going to have to put out to get. That's just how it goes. Okay, so I'm excited to see some pieces. What you got? What can you show us? And are these pieces that you're gonna show for sale? And all of that.
Yes.
They are for
Yes.
sale.
Every piece that not every piece, but these next three are for
Okay.
sale. So
Okay.
this one is a, I don't know. I want to get back a little
Do
bit.
you
Like,
name? Do you name them?
no, I haven't got to that place yet.
Okay.
No, because
Okay.
my life chaotic. My pieces sometimes be chaotic, and I can't name all of them chaotic. But the rainbow piece is for people that are not afraid of color. And I have never been that person who kind of stayed in a box. Like my art sometimes reflect me and the person that I am. So I'm gonna explain what it is. So this is
Okay.
what we call, it's just abstract itself. And it has crushed glass in the center and glitter. Of course, a lot of my pieces show better in person. These cameras, these devices do no justice for the actual artwork.
Mhm.
Um, it's this is a size 18-24. It's two of them. It's a pair, sold as a pair. And my
They're
pieces
made
go.
just alike.
You say what?
The two pieces that are sold together as a pair are made just alike.
Yep,
Okay.
identical. Yep,
Okay.
they're identical. Got this. Actually, it can go like this. The little gold at the bottom, and then the glitter all in the center, and just plenty of color, bold, beautiful colors.
Hmm.
Um, and so my pieces range from as low, depending on the size and the style, as low as $30, going all the way up to like $300.
Okay. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's your biggest piece? What's your biggest piece to this day that you have done?
30, 30 by 48. But I have canvases that go up to size 60 inches.
Okay.
And then I've learned how to custom make canvases, but I just haven't done it. I've had a person donate actual electric saw to my business.
Mm.
Like he came over, brought the saw, showed me how, because I wanted to make my own customized frames to go with the canvases. He taught me how to cut the wood and everything and say, guess what? This is yours. I'm giving this to you for your business to
Mm.
elevate.
That's right. And I'm sure you're going to implement that at some point in time.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
It's
have
it,
any
it's
other?
sitting here looking at me. I got dusted off.
Okay. That's okay. You got any other pieces you want to show?
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you what I call pouring. It's a acrylic pours. So what that means is you take the acrylic paint, you mix it with a medium that kind of thins the paint out and makes it more fluid, meaning it moves effortless, and you create stuff like this. So the colors are it's coming up really pale on here, but these are like hints of pink with some gray and silver in it. And then I did add some glitter.
Hmm.
And this is an 18 by 24 as well.
Hmm.
So when you create something like this, it's kind of like you don't know what the end result is going to be. You can have something in your mind, but it's going to be totally different when you put it on that canvas. But you actually control you as you know. I've learned how to control the art. If I see it sitting one way, I'll keep moving it around until I get the design that I feel like I desire.
Okay. So Cheryl asked, when are you starting classes? And that is a good question because,
Okay,
that would definitely be another source of income too, because teaching
that's
people how to do it.
that's a good question. That actually is a part of my plan. So I don't give y'all too much, but recently I was laid off from my job, my full time job,
Mm.
and my my issue was when I was working a full time job, I didn't work my business properly because I had a full time job.
Mhm.
They say when you have a business, you're supposed to work it as if it's your only source of income, but I
Mhm.
didn't. I
Mhm.
I knew that I had that full time gig, and so I worked my business as more of a hobby instead of a business at that time. So I used to say, "Oh Lord, I need I'm gonna go down part time so I can work my business full time
Mhm.
because this job is in the way of me being great." That's what I always told my coworkers. I told my manager that. I told everybody that I just can't see myself sitting in this position. I'm 50 and I can't see myself doing this another 10, 12 years. Like I need to do what I need to do for me.
Mhm.
And so you know what? I sung that song so long that God heard it and he said, "Guess what, sis? I'm finna push you on out there.
Mhm.
You may not think you're ready, but you're gonna have to get ready
Mhm.
because it's gonna get real." And that
Mhm.
was it. They laid me off and I'm like, uh-oh, what I'm gonna do? Job security gone. Oh my God, what I'm gonna do? Like,
Woo! You said a whole word though. We ask for things. We say things out our mouth, and we do not really know what we are saying because you put it out there for so long, as you said.
mm-hmm,
I need to get rid of this job and make this job, basically it's in the way of. And then when God remove it, then hold on, what you
what
doing? What you doing? So sometimes that's what he got to do. He have to push us up out the nest, right? Birds will never fly if they not pushed up out of that nest.
sure.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And so we,
Absolutely. So on the classes, so that's a part of my plan to move my business forward. I'm going to start doing vending events first. That's first agenda on my list. I want to do not sipping paints. I want to do pouring paints so I can teach people how to actually pour and create their own design on the canvases. I just got to kind of figure out space wise where I want to go with it. I can do private art classes with no problem.
hmm
you know Somebody can inbox me, we can have a conversation about it. I haven't figured out a rate. I did it for one person and it was a family member, so it wasn't no charge, but like we can figure all that out, but definitely gonna do like art sipping paints or sipping pours is what I want to call them, pour and paints. And also there are other things that I want to do with my business. It's not just canvases. Like right now I'm getting ready to take a huge class by somebody who is phenomenal I'm so excited about this class where I'm going to be doing countertops and wall panels.
Hold
I'm
on.
actually, yeah, yeah.
Hold
So
on. Are you gonna do that flooring?
it
You know,
epoxy, epoxy. Yeah, yeah. So
woo! I love
this,
that. Love it.
like, I
Mm-mm.
can do it. I can do it on the canvas right now, but doing it on a panel or a countertop, of course, even the floor is on another level. And I want to make sure, because I've been approached by people that ask me to do small things like a nail table. I felt like I wasn't ready, and I'm not coming to play with nobody. Not, I'm not gonna pretend like, oh yeah, I got this figured out when I don't 100%. So I make sure that whenever I'm asked to do something that's kind of out of my comfort zone, I make sure that I study, I have the correct materials that I needed. Like, I'm not just gonna say I can do it when I'm not 100% sure I can't execute it correctly.
Well, we got some comments here. We talked about faith, and so Jacqueline said, "Hey, by faith, right? It's by faith." She says she loves that idea of the pour and
I
sip,
like what she said. She
and
said,
then
call it.
Cheryl said you can call it pouring into you. And then Jacqueline said praise and pain. Here's the thing that I think will be good for you, right? So I don't know how often you go on your page, but you could do a little contest, right? Whoever names the next venture that you are doing, maybe you create a piece of art for them. This is just getting engagement for your,
Hmm.
because you're introverted, but
Hmm.
let it work for you, right?
Hmm.
Let them build this thing for you, and you do a little art piece for them, and yeah, that's building your audience even more. And I also, my producer, maybe you might need to hire her to be able to help you, navigate with all these things that you have coming up. I'm sure she can help you with a lot of things, especially being introverted, because it's a way that she can help you grow your business without you having, she can talk for you in a sense, right?
Right, right.
That investment in yourself, just something to think about, just ways of expansion, as you talked about earlier. Expanding, expansion means adding to our team,
Oh yeah,
because
for
we can't
sure,
do it all by ourselves.
for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So think about that contest thing, right? And you just have them name whatever your event will be and all of that. And I think that that will be amazing. That will draw people to your page.
Is that Cheryl, the cleanup woman?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Hey, baby, I see you. What you said, pouring into you. I like that one. You could call it pouring into you. I like that one,
Mm-hmm.
actually. And that is a great idea. I had something else in mind where I was going to ask my followers on Facebook to submit a space in their home that they would desire to have an piece, and just kind of give me some, just throw up three colors in there, and I was going to choose a person to create a
Mm-hmm.
piece for them, a complimentary piece, and show them I can actually. So I've learned, I'm so tech savvy now that I use different apps on my phone. Like, I literally create a lot of stuff on my phone. People don't even understand. I've been doing this a long time. That be way before the art,
Mm-hmm.
when collages weren't even popular yet. But I can go, like, anybody that contacts me usually, and they tell me what Tanya I need these three colors, and then they kind of give me a size that they want, and they say you kind of just I have them send me a picture of a space in their home that they want the art in, and I want to see, like, their little accent pieces, the furniture, just to kind of get an idea what style that they, or aesthetic that they use. Then
Mm-hmm.
I'll create something on my phone, graphic wise, and send it to them as like a rough draft, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll create a actual piece for them. But I wanted to do that for a number of people, just so they can, to get my business out in front of new people,
Mm-hmm.
and just so, because a lot of people see it, but like I said, you really can't appreciate it on the camera. It does no justice, and for them to see it in person is a whole nother story. I
Okay.
do have a lot of followers that have a lot of followers, and those are the ones that I literally need to get my business in front of so they can push it in front of others.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
What
I am considering what you said about um what's her name on here, Mrs. So I know who I'm.
Miss Kane, and then we got the cleanup woman.
Miss Jacqueline Kane.
Mm-hmm.
I'll consider talking with her, you
Mm.
know, and seeing what we can do business wise together. I'm
Okay.
open. I'm definitely open for that.
So this just came to me. I'm gonna bless somebody with an art piece. The one that, not the ones that you have. I want something created for them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the 18 whatever by 24 size or whatever you show, right?
Uh-huh.
That one of those pieces. So we're gonna do numbers. um 1 through 50. Whoever hits the number, you got to hit the number right on the head, then you're going to get it. First person who I see on my side who hits it, one, start putting numbers up there, because then y'all gonna get together and I'm gonna pay for the piece, and you create it for them. So y'all put y'all numbers in 1 through 50. Whoever hits the number, wait, hold on, don't put numbers down because I gotta think number in my head real fast. It just came to me. Um,
Good morning, everybody joining. Hey, my daughter-in-law. Hey, my Nika.
okay, I got the number down. So put your oh, okay, y'all pop. Oh, got it. Somebody hit it. That's my daughter. That's my daughter, Blind Bella, 33. Number
Congratulations.
33. She got it. Okay, so it will be long distance because I know she is out of state. So y'all have to do something like you'll have to do, virtual or however you do it. Just let me know what it is, the amount of it, and then I'm going to send you the coinage. Okay. All right. That was fun and quick because she sure that she hit that number real fast. Okay. So tell us about mixed media, and then I'm not going to hold you too much longer, but this
Okay.
interview has been very informative. What's mixed media?
Mixed media means that I'm not just a one-track pony. I'm not, I guess in the art world, a long time ago, people would just kind of like stay in their lanes of what it is that they knew and what they perfected. Some, people are sketchers, and some people, I'm not. I can't be put in a box because each day I delve into art. I'm learning something. I'm challenging myself to learn something different. Mixed media meaning I use a lot of different things to create art. A lot of different materials. So a lot of people are using a lot of people are doing sculptures on canvas now, which is so funky. It's so beautiful. They're
Mm,
using concrete or plaster
mm,
to
mm.
put on canvas, and it sounds crazy, but it turns out to be phenomenal.
Well,
um
don't use that on this one. Just
no, no,
use
no, no,
your
wait, wait,
basic.
wait. Where sculpting is okay, so I'm gonna say this. If I'm gonna sculpt for somebody, it's an expensive project because it's a
Yeah,
lengthy project.
yeah,
It's a lot of steps to it.
mm,
That ain't nothing that I can just do like that.
gotcha. Yeah.
Um, so for her, I can do whatever if there's, so I can't draw a person. Literally, I'm not that type of painter. My mixed media meaning I do crystals, I do bling bling if you want me to. I could do glitter, I do just regular paint, I do spray paints, mix them in there with that, like, oh, so much stuff.
But not like painting a body, or yours is more so abstract, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha. Okay.
I want to show you one that I'm working on because, like, even so, I'll even do stuff
You
like
can go get it if you want. Oh, okay.
this. So this is a kitchen, bathroom. I'm sorry, bathroom trash can. Of course,
Oh,
it was just a plain I did the entire set. This is the toothbrush holder,
Wow.
and you see these in the store now. I did these a minute ago. A minute ago. So I can paint whole sets for people to match, to almost match shower curtain. I
Mm.
can take something like this piece here. So I'm just giving y'all examples of what I be doing down here. Some of everything. So I buy stuff from the stores and I read, kind of put my own pizzazz on it. So this is, a lot of people using these little glam pieces in their glam rooms or the bathrooms. Well, I bought it and I of course added bling to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm.
um, people can buy stuff, and if they want me to recreate it, or put a spin on it, I can do that as well. Like um,
You know, it
there's
just came to me for you when you showed that garbage can and like collection of the like toothbrush paste holder and stuff, getting into like Target or Walmart, getting your art pieces in there, right? Like they have exclusive, I know
mhm,
Target does,
mhm,
artists that, especially around Black History Month, they'll
mhm.
have artists and they'll showcase their stuff and sell their things. How you get in there, I don't know. But I'm sure you could find out. But I just think that that will be something that
I'm
would,
looking at I'm looking into Ross is easier than probably all of them.
okay,
Ross buys like independent artists work.
okay,
That
okay.
much I do know, because it's some ladies that I follow that are artists, and their pieces have been. I've been talking to them behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Cool,
Trust.
cool.
Listen, the ideas be there, girl. I tell y'all, my man wake me up early in the morning, like, and I sit and I watch. I At first I used to study YouTube. I used to be obsessed with watching people create art on YouTube. Then it became Instagram because it's a little quicker pace. You can create a piece that may take you hours, and you can speed it up and then post it on Instagram, and it looked like, of course, it took them like 10, 15, 5, 10 minutes. But I reached out to a lot of people that have been doing this for a while, and they're in the areas that I want to move towards. So I do solicit advice, free advice from other artists that I've been inspired by. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You think you could paint a bus or a truck?
no. So my stuff, like, well, I mean, I can't say no, because people that paint stuff like that, a lot of times they use, I ain't gonna say all, but some of them use projectors. They pretty much put the image up and then they copy the image on the canvas off a
Oh,
projector. So it's not impossible. It's
mm-hmm.
just, I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to, I'm uncoordinated. My hands are not as steady as they used to be from me being older. I'm younger. As I get older, I can't draw a straight line. I've never been able to part straight and doing it here. So like that's why the abstract lane is far easier for me, because it doesn't have to be straight. It doesn't have to be like, I can do, and I'm looking at stuff in the stores that are not always, the lines are not 100% straight. It's art.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it, it's so many forms of it. And what is the word? Art is unintentional.
Mm. Okay.
You might intend for it to look like this, and it's going to turn out to look like something else. Like, it takes on its own form. So, and of
Okay.
course, if you're not satisfied with it, you can always add to it. You can change, switch it up a little bit. But, and
Yes.
I'm so pleasantly surprised sometimes by the things that I've done thus far. Like, but
Mm.
I know I'm not done by a long shot.
Mm-hmm. Miss Jones said it doesn't have to be perfect to be
Oh,
art.
yeah.
Well,
No,
you have
because
some people in this world who like things just lined up, right? Everybody is
mhm,
different. Some people like it like the line has to be perfectly straight, and then some people like it where it can be, I, I think this is the word, juxtaposed to each other, right? If that makes sense, where it doesn't have to line up perfectly.
Right.
So it's all art. It just depends on what kind of art that you like, you know. So we are over time, but I want to ask you, like, what are your goals, you know, for the next 3 years? So you looking, projecting out to 20, what is that, 2026? Where do you see yourself?
Good question. So I see myself in my personal, very own art studio where
Mm,
I create, I teach, and I display. So when I say create, continue to create all that I want with that's furniture, that's maybe clothing, who knows, and on canvas. Teaching, having the courses and the classes available, and displaying other up and coming young artists that want to go into this field, like having art shows, for different people.
mm-hmm,
I literally want to do it all, and not just art, but again, like I said, I want furniture in there. Like I want it all, and I've been thinking about it for quite a while. So me
mm-hmm.
not having a full-time job holding me back is I just got to work on my consistency. That
Okay,
that is my biggest problem. That is my biggest flaw. I'll say not
okay.
being consistent enough.
And you said furniture? What do you do with furniture?
Yeah, so putting epoxy on furniture on the top of like dressers, chests. I actually have some pieces I'm working on here in my house. It's three of them to be exact. I started, just
You
ain't
can't
finished.
show us, huh?
Um, no, that so I have an old cocktail. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. I wonder if I can load it on here. I got an old coffee table that is like a metal. It was like a taupe color metal. I'm spray painting it gold. I got mirrors to go in it. It'll be up and actually it'll be available for sale by the end of June.
Okay,
All of the pieces that I'm working on will be completed, and because I'm having like a huge garage sale, I gotta move, so I gotta shake a lot of stuff, and
okay.
got a lot of older furniture pieces that I'm repurposing and redesigning, and I'm gonna have those for display and sale at the end of June.
Okay. So how can people get a hold of you? Um, oh yeah, I think we have her contact information. So we're putting, okay, so her information is displayed. If you want to get a Chicago-based mixed media, one of a kind piece, contact her at that information there. I'm waiting to see the how will we know about the, you said garage sale? Where will you?
I actually have a virtual, a private, so I have a garage sale on Facebook. It's called Tanya's Virtual Garage Sale. So I'm gonna post pieces there, but I'm also post information about the garage sale on my personal page, Latonia Veal. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all this one piece before we close out.
Okay.
I found here myself. Okay, so this is a huge piece. This is like a 30 by 40.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
royal blue, orange, and silver. A custom piece for a customer. These are the colors she chose. It's got a ton of glitter and crushed glass in it. You see the sparkle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I do a lot of different things for a lot of people. Um, but I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm excited to see where it goes from here too, because I know it's gonna be great. I see nothing but greatness for you, you know.
You see,
Um,
I'm representing with my colors because I love a lot of colors and patterns.
that's that artist in you, right? The colors and
Hmm.
the patterns. Do you do like an assessment kind of thing for a person? Like if they want to get a piece, is it?
Hmm. We
Uh,
consult. I have cost. I can't even get the word out. Um, consultations with customers. They contact me via social media or just personally. I can either come to them or they can come to me, or we could just discuss it over the phone what it is that they want. We go into style, which is the same thing as design, size, and color.
Mm-hmm.
Then we discuss prices based on those three things. And so I create a rough draft, a smaller, much smaller version of a piece of art, and I show them, and then they go over what they don't want or what they do want me to add to it. Out, like just say there. Some pieces are usually this small when I do rough drafts,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe a little bit larger.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I consult with them the entire time that I'm creating that piece. It usually takes a few weeks, but it depends on what type of work that I'm doing for them.
Okay. So a smaller piece takes like how long? The pieces you showed that
It
takes.
depends. So if it's a pour, the pours take like a week to dry.
Mm.
So the creating part is quick, but it's the drying part. And then if they want embellishments added, meaning they want any of the little bling stuff added, then that's a few additional days for those to be added and dried. If they want epoxy on the top of all of that, then that's probably like another week. So it depends on, like, if it's just a style like
Yeah.
that's just paint.
Mm-hmm.
This can take a couple of days,
Mm-hmm.
a few days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it depends on. I got some new stuff that I've been working on. I don't have it in front of me to show, like, that's gonna blow people's minds.
Okay. I believe it. I believe it. Okay. So I always have the interviewee to leave words or a word or words of wisdom. What word or words of wisdom would you give to your people, to the audience that are listening? My beautiful souls, I call them. What do you want to say to them?
What I want to say is, dreaming is okay, but if you literally don't move forward to do anything with the dream, is, let's say, a dream deferred. I don't know the whole. Um, you literally have to move. God,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't want to move, He gonna move you, whether you're ready or not. Literally, you have to act on it. If it's a passion of yours that you want to do something, anything you want to pursue, and it doesn't matter what age or stage you are in your life. Like, don't sit on something that could be great or phenomenal. Move.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So dream, move. Just tie those two together. Have the dream, but put in some action.
Yes, please.
So you just touched on the word for today, which was faith and have works. Yeah, you can't just sit still on it.
You sure
And
you can.
Miss Amy said, I needed to hear this. Thank you so much.
Oh,
So
you're welcome. You're welcome.
the task and job has been done for today, which was to encourage, inspire, and motivate others, right? So that they
Hmm.
will get moving in action. And that's the whole purpose of these interviews, so that they can see that it is possible.
One other thing I want to touch on, when you have a homegrown business
Mhm.
and it's a unfamiliar area, of course you all got to do everything as far as researching. Don't rely. This is what I had to learn the hard way, on your family and friends to move your business for you. You can't get caught up in feeling like, oh, they're not supporting me, they're not doing, because it ain't meant for them to support you. That's not your customer.
Mhm.
You supposed to be looking way beyond friends and families. You want people that you don't know to pour into your business, not necessarily your family and friends. They can support you in terms of, you know, telling people about it, maybe showing people, but you can't rely on that. You can't rely on your business to be successful waiting on friends and family.
I think that that's very good. information, wisdom. Yeah. And a lot of times people get caught up in that, right? Well, my friends and family aren't supporting me, and so my business is not going to grow. That's so untrue, right? Because the people who are assigned to you typically are not your family and your friends. It is,
Right.
we are all created to solve a problem. And this world is so big that God has problems. God don't have problems. Problems are across the world. Problems are everywhere, right? They're not just within our family. And so we're created to solve these problems of other people, whoever that may be. It may
Yeah.
not, most times it's not just our family and our friends.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, I so thank you. I thank you for coming on and sharing this. It's been very encouraging. It has been eye-opening in many ways, right? I love the part that you said that it just dropped on you. It wasn't nothing that you were pursuing. And so let that be a word to y'all, right? To all of us that, man, because I'm walking in it right now. God will drop some things on you, and it wasn't even on our minds. We had no thought of that this is what we were going to be doing, right? You didn't think that in 2023, what is today? 5/17,
Hmm.
2023, this is what you would be doing for a living. But it happened, right?
That's
So we
true.
have to
That's true.
open to whatever it is that God drops in our spirit. We got to be open
Mm.
to, you know? And so,
Allow him to lead you. Allow him to lead you, because
yeah,
he's gonna get you where you need to go.
exactly. Okay. All right.
Well,
Well,
thank you for the opportunity of having me on your show. It definitely is a experience that I didn't expect, but I'm so excited that, and it was challenging for me, but I accepted the challenge, you know.
mhm,
So it's up
mhm.
from here. It's up from here.
Come on. Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nowhere else to go but up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to pray out. I'm going to cover you in prayer and all of my beautiful souls that are on here and will watch later. So, Father God, we just honor you, Lord. We thank you that you are the Almighty God. You see all and know all, God. And so we thank you for that. We thank you that you know what's best for us. And so right now, Lord, I just pray over Latanya, Lord. I pray over her business, God. I pray that if you are the one who dropped this in her spirit, God, that you will expand it, as she even said earlier, that you will put the right people around her, God, the right team together so that this can expand to where it even blows her mind, that it will go beyond what she even thought or even imagined, God. And so I pray right now, even for all those who are watching, all those who will come on the replay, God, that this will expand their thoughts about their businesses and things that you have dropped into them to do, God. I pray, Lord, the exceedingly, the abundantly, the above all that we can think or even imagine, God. I pray, Lord, that you have given us these dreams and these desires, God, and that we will, as Tanya said, go. Right? Have the dream and then walk in it, trusting and believing by faith that the word you gave today was by faith that it's going to manifest, God.
That's
So
true.
continue, God, to shape us, continue, God, to grow us, continue, God, to keep us seeking after you, because that's what is most important for us to seek ye first your kingdom and your righteousness.
Mm.
And then you said that you would add everything, not some things, but everything that we stand in need of, God. So I just thank you for this day. I thank you, God, that it is well on this Wellness Wednesday, God, that everything that we stand in need of is within us, God. You have already given it to us. And so I thank you, I praise you, and I honor you in Jesus' name. Amen. And
Amen.
all right, well, I look to see your name in lights. You're gonna be you going to places where, like I say, you haven't even dreamed of yet. Your artwork is gonna be in places that I see celebrities' houses.
Let's go.
Let's go, right? Let's get it in some celebrities' houses,
Let-
baby. Okay.
You're gonna be like, I remember when she was on my show.
I sure am. I sure am. I'm gonna be right there to see it. I'm gonna be like, you better go, Latonia.
Hmm.
All right. So y'all have a great day. And I will see y'all on Friday. We are talking about Forgiveness Friday.
Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
All right. So y'all come on back. All right. Love you all. Bye.